Joined by head coach Brendan Eygabroat after the Beacon's 9-8, 10-inning victory over Penn State Berks to start NCAA Regional play. Coach, obviously not the kind of game you maybe were expecting, not the kind of game that you would have liked to have seen where there were some bumps and bruises, blew a 3-run lead in the 9th inning, but you're in the winner's bracket and you were able to pull it off despite not putting together your best performance. How huge is that, knowing that in the last week's LEC tournament, you followed a sort of similar script where you weren't able to put away a team that on paper you were a lot better than?
Yeah, I mean, I knew we were going to be in a fight today with Penn State Berks. They beat the #1 team the last 2 years in regional, so I wasn't looking past them at all. I think we had a game plan coming in today, and sometimes the game plan works, sometimes it doesn't. So I think our pitching plan for the day kind of got blown up, and we weren't throwing enough strikes. We were really giving away too many freebies, and then we had some execution issues that kind of led to their big inning. I think we're going to have to do a better job executing our secondary pitches and playing cleaner on defense if we're going to want to continue on in this winner's bracket. I think offensively we had some barrels, we had some good ABs. I was very pleased with that. But again, I think in a tournament play, it's not a beauty pageant. You survive in advance, and I think W is a W. We'll take it and move on.
Nick Herzog was a guy who was sitting on the bench last year, maybe getting some late inning reps in the NCAA tournament today, starting in the 5-hole and comes up with another big RBI. How huge is it in a lineup that has so many big names and so many upperclassmen for him to just continue flying under the radar and have some huge RBIs this year?
Yeah, Zog's been a dude all year in terms of clutch hits, and I think his numbers speak to that. He's been a guy I think he's been a part of 3 or 4 walk-offs, and he's a guy we like up there in those spots. He has a lot of confidence in himself. He's got a good swing, and he's just done it time and time again. So I think tip your hat to him. I think a couple guys in front of him didn't take any hero hacks, got on base, with we had a walk and a single, and gave us an opportunity there. And again, I think we have guys 1 through 9 who can step up in different times. We're not overly reliant on 1 or 2 guys to have a great game every day to win, and I think that's a sign of a good team.
Brian Kaufman with another postseason victory, came in a tough spot, wasn't able to close it down, but then kept them off the board from getting further damage. How huge has he been, not just the past 2 weeks, but all season long, and being a guy who can come in any spot and get the job done?
Yeah, Kaufman's been great all year. I mean, I think that's why he's one of the leaders in the nation in ERA, and I think he changes speeds really well. He throws a ton of strikes. We know he's not going to hurt himself, and he came in today in another really tough spot and stepped up huge for the Beacon. So I'm really proud of the way he's pitched this year.
And finally, you take on Babson tomorrow. The first time in a while you've gotten to play a team from New England in the NCAA tournament. Obviously, a little bit more familiar with them than some of the teams from out of region. What do you need to do tomorrow to beat a red-hot Beavers team?
Yeah, we'll need to play really well. I watched them earlier today, and they played outstanding. So I think for us, we're going to have to really bring our A game tomorrow. And I think if we do that, we'll be able to compete.
Thanks so much for your time, Coach, and congratulations on the big win.
Thanks, Seth.